So as someone who's as naturally talented as Jarkko, singing for 20 years with a natural talent, I'm sure he has learned from his peers, learned from people around him, and absorbed, and the ability to absorb all of that information and utilize it like he does. Like, there is no one who has the facility to register shift in such a powerful way. Hey, real quick, I just want to welcome you to the Big Brain Singer channel, where singers and music lovers come together. I'm Charlie, and my goal is to share my knowledge of singing and love of music with as many people as possible. If you want to be the first to experience reactions just like this one, please join us on Twitch, links down below, Monday, Wednesday at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Time. And if you yourself are an aspiring singer and want a mini voice lesson from me, I hold a free and open vocal clinic every Friday at 11:30 a.m. Eastern as well. So make sure to join our community Discord server. Links are also down below. To join hundreds of music lovers like yourself and to stay updated on community events. I hope to see you there, and I hope you enjoy this reaction and analysis. Jarkko has never had a singing lesson, and we're about to listen to Jarkko. So, speaking of training, we're going in the opposite direction now. He's a natural tenor. I think most singers, most male singers are natural tenors. It's actually hard to find true baritones. Most baritones are really just confused tenors. Anyway, Jarkko Ahola, Walking in the Air. I think this will be quite different. Nice signature.
We're walking in the air, we're floating in the moonlit sky.
Hi, Commander.
The people far below are sleeping as we fly.
Wow. So, off the bat, we talked a little bit about that high, steely sound that the male voice can access. And, you know, a lot of metal singers, male metal singers especially, they get to that like, walking in the air. It's about keeping that forward mask space open while, and you can add as much energy into that as you want. You can rip it into like a very powerful high note, or you can do what he is doing incredibly virtuosically. Such a unique timbre. He has a very, it's a very slender, very pure sound that is incredibly energized by breath energy. Notice how when he sings, there's nothing interfering with his technique, right? Let's start it one more time. And just, he adds so much volume in this one first line of the song. He adds so much body to the sound, starting from so little.
We're walking in the air, we're floating in the moonlit sky. The people far below are sleeping as...
Now he adds more chest into the sound. That's the difficult part here, is bridging the gap in that higher register, in that higher pitch area, bridging the gap between that walking in the air, and then adding that sound without letting it take over, adding that chest without letting it take over. That's what's impressive right here. Here.
The people far below are sleeping as we fly.
Look how relaxed he is too.
I'm holding very tight.
Now he's giving us the full color.
I'm riding in the midnight blue. I'm fighting I can fly so high above with you.
You're saying he uses air like a pro in his voice? I'm pretty sure he is a pro, Dralis. But yeah, Market, absolutely right. Good straight back, shoulders relaxed, solid breath support. the way that we consider how our body should be for singing is the spine and all the muscles that lace the spine is like the support mechanism. The rib cage, the lungs, the head, every other part of the body, the abdomen, all of the breathing muscles, it suspends off of the spine. So you're not holding anything up when you sing. You're letting yourself be relaxed and upright, right? That's what he's a perfect example of that, and completely relaxed. It's really wonderful. Of course he's singing from his heart. You can't sing like this unless your mind and your soul and your heart are in the music.
Far across the world, the villages go by like dreams. And the hills, the forests and the streams, the children gay.
So one of the reasons why he's able to maintain such a dark, deep timbre, I'll go back in a second so we can listen to it again. One of the reasons why he's able to sustain such a dark, deep timbre while also getting really high and keeping that tone in the sound from all the way to the bottom, all the way up to the top, is because everything here is just relaxed downward. It stays low, and you can take that up while keeping the larynx low. If you let your larynx raise up as you increase pitch, it just goes, and then you start to get like thin and squeezy, and you don't get any thinness or squeeziness. I call it sound slender because it's pure and very refined, but it's not thin. There's still so much body when he increases in pitch.
Far across the world, the villages go by like dreams. The rivers and the hills, the forests and the streams, the children gaze open mouth, taken by surprise. Nobody down below their eyes.
He has a really awesome technique. Notice how he's making his E vowels like this. E. Perfect way to like hone that color in his sound and bring that color so that he can resonate on the inside and still let it be nice and focused instead of going E and making the sound get higher. His focus is keeping that larynx low so that he can maintain that beauty and natural color in his voice.
Nobody down below their eyes.
And what another thing you can see right there, this is a great section. That was a great shot to be able to talk about his technique, because look at what he's doing with his tongue. His tongue is literally on top of his lower teeth, and he's getting it out of the way so that his full sound can come through. It's really fantastic. You see his jaw wiggle a little bit. That just shows that he's relaxed all in here. Really fantastic. Kamagara70, thank you so much for the Tier 1 subscription. Welcome to the community.
Nobody down below their eyes. We're surfing in the air. We're swimming in the frozen sky. We're drifting over ice and mountains, floating by.
Solo Cup. What a legend. When you need water, you need water. Everybody hydrate. Scuba dealer. They are. But some of them are muted. And I record my own as well.
Suddenly, swooping low on an ocean deep, rousing up the mighty
he does a great job of using his natural acoustics, using the natural acoustics of his body to project the sound in the mask. It's a very, very classical tenorial sound that he's using compression to make into this powerful sound. Now, using compression like he is going to stop the sound from traveling naturally and acoustically. Luckily, he has a microphone right there to catch all that color before it dies out. Now, this is what's really wonderful about his singing, is that it's rooted. I don't know if he's never had it's hard to, like, if I heard him for the first time and you guys didn't say anything, I wouldn't know that he didn't have a voice lesson. It sounds like he's very well vocally trained, albeit it is possible that someone just kind of does it naturally, or you listen to people and you figure it out that way too. That's another equally valid way of doing it. Oh, thank you, Skooma. I appreciate it. Thanks for being here. Theater translation. Oh, Elida, I want to talk about that at some point with you. That's really cool. But yeah, I wouldn't know that he's never had a voice lesson. I don't know. I mean, if I heard him, I wouldn't say, it sounds like a very well-trained voice that is doing something unique, which is utilizing compression of the vocal folds, compression of the whole system, using the epiglottis, create a narrow path for the sound to be more steely, a little bit more pressurized, while utilizing the raised soft palate to let that sound resonate in his skull and just blast forward in a really, really lovely way. Really fantastic. And then he's also, because he's so relaxed in that style of phonation, he can also add nice, some like grit into the sound and nice growls into the sound to create more contrast. Right, that makes sense, Charles.
Suddenly, swooping low on an ocean deep, rousing up the mighty monster from his sleep.
Nice.
We're walking in the air, we're dancing in the midnight sky. And everyone who sees us greets us as we fly.
Really awesome. I want to say one thing, my personal experience as a singer, though I've not been singing for 20 years, a majority of the stuff I've learned that has helped me out, in this successful way, is because I've talked to other singers about what they do, and I learned from other singers. Not necessarily has the stuff I've learned in voice lessons helped me more than what I've learned from colleagues. So as someone who's as naturally talented as Jarkko, singing for 20 years with a natural talent, I'm sure he has learn from his peers, learn from people around him, and absorb, and the ability to absorb all of that information and utilize it like he does. Like, there is no one who has the facility to register shift in such a powerful way. Like, I would be hard pressed to find another singer who can utilize these different registers with so much pointed and very, very efficient and yet powerful technique in it. The way he flipped up into that head tone at the end, there was no loss of power or air support. There was no need to like finesse. It was just right there. And so that ability to absorb vocal technique, utilize those different sounds, it's really astounding. Like, this is an incredibly versatile and yet powerful sound that we have here. Capriani, thank you so much for gifting that sub for Skooma Dealer. And Skooma Dealer, welcome to the community. And Kaleidoscope, you got this. I believe in you. Power.
We're walking in the air.
Takes back a little
We're
bit.
dancing in the midnight sky.
There's nothing different in his face.
And everyone who sees us greets us as we fly.
That was very well done. Now, as you noticed, he goes into this straight tone. He elongates, he stretches the chords to get that straight tone, and then it allows him to flip up into that supported spot up in that head voice.
As we fly.
Kiitoksia.
Very nice. Yeah, I love how he approached that high note. Skooma, I have not heard that yet, but I would love to hear it. I know Yannis Papadopoulos. We talk about how to approach high notes a lot, especially when we do clinics and I work with some of you guys on singing. You know, my ultimate recommendation is always to lower the pressure. Now, the way I personally like to lower pressure is by increasing the speed of air and reducing engagement of the vocal folds. You can also reduce pressure by lengthening and thinning the vocal folds to create a more straight tone, which will reduce pressure while increasing volume as well. So what he did at the end was fly. It's easier to do that than be like fly. You hear those like a much different. If you're letting that pressurized sound on the bottom be more I don't know, vibratey. There's the word resonant. I don't know. Then you have to go through a larger change to get into that head voice. But if you thin the chords, fly, you can flip right into it, right? It's reducing pressure. Really fantastic use, man. Jarkko is an awesome singer. I want to hear more of him. So as I open the requests now, please put more Jarkko in. I would love to hear more, because that's a voice that I personally can learn from. And I think I'm going to dive down that rabbit hole at some point. Wow, you're still here. If you did enjoy the video, I want to invite you to check out my Patreon page, where I offer multiple tiers of perks for both aspiring singers as well as music lovers who want to take their listening skills to the next level. Also, I do need to say it, like 90% of the people who watch my videos aren't subscribed to the channel. It really doesn't take much. Can you please just press the little button down there? If you made it this far, you probably fit in right with the rest of the people who are the Big Brain community. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.